It is day 3 of the New Orleans trip. Right now, I'm in a rental car in a gas station parking lot off I-10 about halfway between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is the first stop today. So I picked up this rental car downtown New Orleans this morning. And the reason I do that rather than just rent a car at the airport is it's oftentimes a little bit less expensive. But the real reason, if you rent a car at the airport, you pick it up when you fly in, you drop it off when you fly out, and you pay for it the entire trip. So on a 3 or 4 day trip, I really only need a car for 1 day. Plus, I like to ride the bus and walk, and it just helps me feel like a local when I travel, because I'm not a huge fan of tourist trap type stuff. But anyhow, so I picked up this car this morning in New Orleans, gonna head off to Baton Rouge and tour the state capitol building this morning, so that should be a decent time. It's actually the tallest state capitol in the United States. Then after that, gonna go find a swamp somewhere and check that out, so stick around. And it is 73 degrees according to the thermometer in the car, which is amazing. Being from the Northeast, having it be t-shirt weather in January is just, I wish I could have this every day. So this is it, 24 stories, tallest state house in the United States. It's completely free to go up to the top. So far, there's nobody here except the security people that checked me in. And they looked bored as could be.
24th floor.
So actually, it's the 27th floor. That first elevator only went to 24. I've actually seen something like this before at the Carew Tower in Cincinnati. That's the same setup. There's actually 30 floors in this building, so I guess we don't get to go to the top 3. So here's the outside on the 27th floor observation deck. This is absolutely amazing. I thought this would be good, but I didn't know it would be this good. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and do a complete 360 walk around here. This is looking northbound. The first thing that caught my eye was all these, I think they're oil refineries, but all this oil and gas infrastructure that's so local and such a part of the Louisiana economy. I love things that are unique to each state. Then, of course, the Mississippi River. This is looking westbound, out over the Mississippi River. Since I've been in Baton Rouge, so far, what stands out the most is how empty it is. There was virtually no traffic. The only people in the state capitol building at all were the security guards who checked me in. I haven't driven through or walked through downtown yet, but I can't imagine there's too much going on, because I can sort of see it from up here, which I'll show you in a minute. It doesn't look like there's much going on. So now we're coming up onto the southbound view, which is downtown Baton Rouge. And it is windy. There's the skyline of Baton Rouge, a Here's the view over to the east on this side. Probably the least remarkable of every side as far as the view goes. I'm trying to show the LSU football stadium and the skyline again. So I just Googled it. That back there is an Exxon Mobil refinery. From the last clip you just saw until now, about an hour and a half has passed, and I'm just right outside the Capitol in the car. Haven't gone anywhere else. And that's because people in the South can really talk. Nothing wrong with that. I like it a lot. I just had a great conversation with a couple of people up at the top of that tower. They had a little indoor area that I'm not sure I showed you. There was a security guard and just a local woman who lived in Baton Rouge, and we had this really great, very, very, very lengthy conversation about Louisiana and the United States in general. And I enjoyed it a lot. But let's see if I can get this hike in before daylight runs out. This is where I'm sleeping tonight, right here in the front seat of the car. I might climb into the back seat and stretch out as well. I'm in a truck stop parking lot midway between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and this is such a great way to save money. I usually do this every time I rent a car because the car rental place I use, it's a national chain. The rental day is 24 hours, so you don't have to bring the car back till the next day, so why pay for an Airbnb or hotel, motel, when I could just sleep in here for free? And I don't mind this at all. It just makes it even more of an adventure. Good morning. It's now the next day. This is the Jean Lafette National Historical Park and Preserve. And that's a mouthful, and I hope I pronounced it correctly. I ran out of time yesterday. Didn't really get to see the swamp. I was in Baton Rouge longer than I planned. The state capitol observation tower took a long time. And I had some really good Cajun food in Baton Rouge afterwards. No complaints there. I had a great day. Just ran out of time to see the swamp. So here I am today. I have to return the rental car in a few hours. This is just about 20 miles south of New Orleans, give or take. And it should be pretty cool. This is just one little area that I stopped into. The main part of the park is a few miles down the road further. So come along for the ride. This is true Louisiana right here. It's Monday morning and I'm the only one here, but I keep thinking I hear people coming up the trail. But it's just because there's so many squirrels here. I'm not sure I've ever been any place with this many squirrels. I just got back in the car and went a couple of miles down the road to the entrance to the main portion of the park, and it was closed. Iron gate, locked, nobody in sight. I'm not sure whether that was just closed for the night. So this is what I came here to see. It'd be funny if I got eaten by an alligator right now. This feels like the kind of place, if anywhere, that would happen.